Hey everybody, Sean for Media Assault here, and it's time once again for another entry into my Halloween horror series for 2011. And I said I wanted to do 4 films that I wanted to recommend because I think they're highly underrated or overlooked, but I think that they're really solid films. And the entry for today is The Mist from 2007. And this is an adaptation of a Stephen King novella that was written and directed for the screen by Frank Darabont, who most people will know from The Green Mile or from The Shawshank Redemption, and some other people will know from The Walking Dead, which is currently blowing up on TV lately. This tells the story of a small town in Maine, as many of Stephen King's stories do. The story takes place after a relatively large thunderstorm rolls through town, and the morning after there's this mist that's sort of rolling down into the town from the mountain where this army base is located. And most of the townspeople don't really pay much attention to the mist. It's fog, big deal, until a lot of the townspeople go to the local grocery store, and a man runs in screaming that something in the mist has taken his brother. And he comes in and he's got a bloody nose and he looks pretty worse for wear. He's obviously very scared. And shortly after he runs in, there's a very large earthquake-like tremor that just scares the crap out of everybody. It really shakes up, literally, everyone in the store, as well as destroying a lot of stuff in the store. And at that point, the second horror element of the story sort of rears its head, and that's the breakdown of humanity when faced with a situation like this where there are no modern conveniences, or fairly few. The police isn't there, or police aren't there to help people. You can't call 911. Everybody's left to fend for themselves. So sort of 2 factions begin to emerge in this large crowd inside the grocery store, and both of them have pretty distinct ideas on what should happen and what kind of course they should take in terms of dealing with what's in the mist and with what they should do with each other and their situation. So there are 2 elements to this film. There's what's in the mist and the human horror that I think really make this film an interesting and really scary film to watch. I think that the humanity portion of it is actually scarier than what's in the mist. But I really recommend this. And one thing I will say, I don't want to give anything away, but the ending of this movie will totally come out of left field and surprise you. I won't say anything about what happens, but it's got one of the best endings in a horror film, I think, because it really sticks with you. And if a horror film is forgettable, then it's really not that good. And this one is not forgettable, not in the least. And another thing I like about it is that it's a mix of kind of old school horror with modern techniques. One of the cool things about this movie, and I think maybe one of the things that has caused it to be overlooked when people think of horror movies, is the fact that it's more of a creature feature than, say, a slasher film or a supernatural type movie. So I think that has caused a lot of people to kind of overlook it, or when they think, oh, I want to watch a scary movie or I want to watch a horror movie, they don't think of The Mist. And I don't know that anybody's done it, but I wouldn't compare it to The Fog at all. Yes, they both feature sort of, clouds of vapor with things in them that may kill you, but I think while The Fog is a great movie, I like The Mist quite a bit more, just again because of that humanity breaking down scariness factor that's not present in The Fog. The Fog definitely is a great movie, but I like The Mist a lot more. So if I had to give this a rating, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I really think it is a great horror film. I can't think of any jarring or glaring flaws in it, and I think you should really check it out. So that's my review of The Mist, And like always, feel free to watch any of my other videos here on Media Assault's channel on YouTube. And if you haven't done so already, please rate, comment, or subscribe. So thanks again for watching, everybody. Take it easy.